Nowadays, life is intertwined with technology. Let's figure it out. Welcome to Life Tech and Sundry. Hi there. Sorry for butting into the podcast. So this podcast is brought to you by Anchor. And I just want to promote Anchor for all the listeners out there. What is Anchor, you say? Anchor is free. Okay? Totally free. So don't need to worry about that. What else? Anchor has basically all the creation tools that you'll need and you want to kickstart that podcast that you've been dreaming all this time. It helps it get it on the road. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Anchor takes care of that too. So you just have to create an account, start recording, and edit everything within the Anchor ecosystem. That makes things a lot more easy. Start creating. You can download the app too, may that be on Apple or Android. There's no bias there. If you want to get working on your computer, you can always go to anchor.fm. Again, the website is anchor.fm. Creating your podcast has never been easier. Thanks. Back to the show. Previously on Life Tech and Sundry.
And that they only have the shirt from like the hip.
Oh yeah. You put on the button
nice
down
and everything, and then you get up and it's like you just in your boxers.
Just draws, right?
I don't know if this is sharing too much, but back in the day, with Alan and Josue would do, and I myself would do duo calls, and I would literally be shirtless in the middle of my room, like and like
I did not mind this
from my shirt, from my you would just see my
shoulders up.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing, my guy? You're working out? He's like doing 100 push-ups, 1,000 backflips. I'm like, He's like, no, just warming up. I'm like, warming up. No, but then I would like to ask the question here. For the people that are going to school, you can literally be like in the Yucatan Peninsula, like in Cancun, or
with the mimosa at hand,
right? And just be in class, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, again, maybe in college, maybe in high school, not so much.
Left.
The future is
maybe
now.
in high school, yes. College, no.
No, opposite. High school, maybe not so much because they're like,
Okay.
interactions, and
Right,
in college is like, that.
And now, back to the show.
But ideally, you could be like,
I know a couple people that
Big
left.
Island in Hawaii or something.
I know a couple of people that left that are attending school here
Right.
online, but they're in Mexico. Like,
If I had the option, I would do the same thing.
I'm like, how are you doing this? And
It's like, I'm learning.
All you need is that stable Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I hear Wi-Fi over there, Wi-Fi connection is stable and affordable compared to a lot of the things here.
I like online classes because I don't have to drive.
You save on
Saves
gas.
saves
right?
tolls.
On the environment.
Oh, man.
Mhm.
All right,
I'm
so
saving the
So
planet
yeah,
Yeah,
stop.
guys,
by not
yeah,
dressing
and my
up.
pocket.
By not dressing up.
that don't exist.
let me roll to the next one. So we're
Go for it, Alan.
for solar winds. The more we learn, the worse it looks. In March of 2020, Americans began to realize that the coronavirus was deadly and going to be a real
Hands on it.
problem, right?
In March.
What no Americans knew then was that about the same time, the Russian government hack of solar wind proprietary software Orion network monitoring programs was destroying the security of top American government agencies and tech companies. There were no explosions, no deaths, but it was the Pearl Harbor of American IT. Russia, we now know, used SolarWinds hack program to infiltrate at least 18,000 government and private networks. The data within these networks, user IDs, passwords, financial records, source code, you name it, can be presumed now to be in the hands of Russian intelligence agencies or agents. The Russians may even have the crown jewels of Microsoft software stack, and Windows and Office in a twist. which would be hilarious if it weren't so serious. Microsoft claims it's no big deal. That's because Microsoft has an inner source approach, the use of open source software development best practices, and an open source like culture to make source code viewable within Microsoft. It's nice that Microsoft is admitting that the open source approach is the right one for security, something I and other non-source advocates have been saying for decades, but inner source isn't the same thing as open source. Read more. All right, so thank you again, Marcos, for that.
The explanation.
Yeah, the explanation, but also the link that you provided. So thoughts about this, guys?
So, me, the one who did the quoting,
right?
Just as a reference, open source.
No.
Here we go again.
The one thing that I understood about it is that open source is people that obviously know about the operating system can say, oh, there's a bug here, there's an issue here. Oh, somebody else might want to say, oh, I fixed that bug, so I uploaded. People can update that section while still running the OS operating system. Which,
right.
I said OS, yeah.
You said OS.
Okay, yeah, operating system. An example of this kind of software is called Linux. And Linux is known for being sometimes super easy, but at the same time as complicated as you want it to be.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Microsoft, I feel like Jose wants to say something. Go for it, Jose.
No, but like open source just basically means it's available to everyone. You can edit it, design it, recreate it, anything you like.
Can you corrupt it though?
If you want. I don't know why.
Why you would want that?
But like for the example, Linux is just Linux has now has a bunch of flavors, has a bunch of varieties. There's Ubuntu, there's Kali Linux, there's Arch, there's a bunch more out there. But Linux is just free to the people. You could do whatever you like. You can make any changes, you can make any design, anything you want. Versus something like Microsoft, you can't, other than what they give you,
or Apple.
Yeah. Or even worse. You can't make any like big changes like, right. I don't like the way this button looks. Well, too bad.
You gotta live with it, right?
Yeah. Versus Linux, yeah, sure, you could change the whole UI if you want.
UI means user interface, or a GUI.
No, interface UI.
A GUI is also graphical user interface.
Okay.
Jose was giving me courses about this, and I was having fun with them.
No, I mean that's the point. Let's learn together.
Yeah.
So, all right. Being that Russia hacked these companies and stuff like of this nature, so I was looking into this company called CrowdStrike, where it's over the air in the cloud type of company that helps with other companies, so they're not breached. Any thoughts about that?
About what?
About having that technology where you're not going to get breached, where the it's not an antivirus per se, but it's like it's in the cloud type of system where it's basically helping with no breaching in these companies. Or
detecting breaches.
Well, they're the ones that help so you don't get breached, basically.
Yeah.
But since that's basically what happened, they got hacked. The information was stolen. So looking for a way to avoid this happening in the future, because it could happen more than once, and a lot of big companies, and we saw it with Equifax.
Yeah. We
saw it with Microsoft. We saw it with, for good Lord, we saw it with the government getting breached, So these are the things that kind of make you think, things that make you say, I want to know, or I would like to get your two or everybody's perspective, if that's possible.
Start with Eileen.
Yes, Eileen. What do you think about that?
About
so we talked about
pressure. The ability to defend yourself digitally.
I think it's like something it should be like.
Oh, how about let's give an example.
Yes, please.
You hire a company. You say, I have my information that I don't want people to know. You're like, great, we can guarantee you that we can protect that. But someone just proved that they can't protect it. How would you feel about the company that you're paying for to protect your information?
I would be upset. I think like everybody, I would be like, hey, come on, I'm paying.
Are we talking about hackers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think somebody hacked my email, guys. What do I do?
Oh, that was me. I was looking through your bank account, but you're broke, so I can't do anything about that.
I figured it was you.
Okay, back to the example.
But how would you feel knowing that there's someone capable of taking your information that you're paying someone to protect?
Yeah, I think like anybody, I would be upset. And I'd probably go and search for someone else. So
yes.
So I want to point out some key things about these articles is that they never say what got breached. They just give you a number of what they think got breached, and they're like, "This is what happened." Now the whole thing about being breached, that's obviously a problem.
Yeah,
right.
But then because you have to realize that certain files can have certain levels of security.
Right.
So like something like a source code for Windows that can have the highest priority.
Yes.
And maybe the Russian hackers went to like something like 2 levels below it.
Oh, okay. So they didn't get the crown jewel just yet.
But I mean, who knows? Because they're not specifying the article. The article is saying that they were able to breach through Microsoft's firewall and get information. Now, what specifically, they really don't know.
So what can I do about my email being hacked?
Oh, nothing. I took that away.
No, but I think that also, to sort of to what Monste was saying, now that a lot of us are essentially working, schooling, and a lot of
everything's
these things
online now.
Well, I mean, like,
you don't have
at home. You don't have the IT team with you.
Well, you don't have the IT, and that's the scary part. Because if, say, you're working for an insurance company, as an example, all that information is going through the air like that
through your personal machine,
right? And what IT backing do you have in your closet, like, to hold you down?
May I say for one, just an example, just to hide at least hide the information.
The cold story.
There are two people. In short, there are two individuals that you want to hide your data traffic from your home. One is your internet service provider, and the other one is the hackers, right?
And that's why this part is brought to you by ExpressVPN.
I was gonna say a VPN. It's
look, here's the thing.
Hashtag not sponsored.
You want your information to be protected. You want your accounts to be truly protected. You're gonna have to go through each one of these accounts, make a new password like every week, and constantly be doing that. Because let's be honest, passwords are not that reliable.
So I can barely remember my name.
You have to be your own IT manager.
So I was going to suggest, would it be a good option to get like an app like LastPass or something like that?
Deerlane or something like that?
Because here's a problem with these. They're useful, but that's another person that's like saying, it's like, okay, I got this person now I got this other person that I'm trying to trust with my information. That's already 2 different people that you don't want.
I can't even trust my shadow.
But yeah,
it hides away in the dark.
but
when I need you the most, I'm so scared in the dark.
For theoretically, you have to go through each account yourself. Maybe like keep that piece of paper down,
right?
And change your password like every week, or if you want to be really secure, every day.
Really, that much every day?
Yeah, because you have to realize.
Like I said, I can't remember my name.
You have to realize like this. Let's say that
I'm changing my name.
Let's realize that you have to realize that. Let's say your password is only letters. Start with that. There's about 56, 20, no,
27.
27?
Yeah.
Oh, 26.
Oh, the
26.
Hold on.
No, how many letters are there in the English alphabet?
In the English
26?
I thought it was 26.
I thought it was 27. Let's ask our assistant Google.
Google, dímelo.
Google.
So
how many letters are in the alphabet?
They're gonna be like these brainiacs.
How can I help?
How many letters are in the alphabet?
In the Greek alphabet.
26.
Yeah.
Hey, who's at 26?
Me.
Ding, 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 ding. You won.
So let's give a brief,
a round of applause.
Let's give a very brief example.
Okay.
Your password is 5 letters long, and they're only consistent of letters that are both uppercase and lowercase. So each like little place
That's double. Yeah.
has about what's that, 42?
What?
For double 26.
No,
26
it's
plus
basically
26.
it's basically 5 to the 26 times
52.
2 power.
No, it's 52.
You said 42.
No,
boy.
because it's no.
but you have to
No.
add
What
the
he's
26
saying,
plus
he has
26 to
to-
get
yeah,
the outcome. But then
yeah.
you have all
But
those
that's an
combinations.
exponential number, not
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like, for each place, there's about 52 chances of you getting the right,
Guessing
You know,
the right
yeah.
one, yeah.
because you don't know.
Dang.
This is the math portion of
This is the math portion. So imagine
My
that.
head hurts.
So imagine, you know how quick the computer can run through that,
Quick
through
maths.
all of those
What about
possibilities,
symbols?
like that.
in a second or less.
No,
Well,
but I'm
actually-
just
As an
going
example.
through an
With
example.
Can I
of
make
that.
a point? Actually, wait, hold on. I got something to say
You
because
got
I
5
remember
seconds.
what's to do for me. I remember back before,
Mhm.
in the
Land before time.
hospital, we were when we
I
made
need to
our
remind.
passwords.
Anyway, I need to remind you
We
that
ha-
we're not in 19,000.
Well, let me tell you.
We're
Listen-
not in
listen here.
1990 something.
Listen here. You know what?
It's like my
Let me
soda-
finish my story.
My soda costs a quarter.
Oh my god, good old days.
10 cents.
No, in the hospital, like alone, we used to be able to use symbols and numbers and everything in our passwords. Now they don't do that.
Yeah.
They took that away. They don't want us using symbols. It's only numbers and letters. So I personally think that now they have a higher chance of being able to go into the accounts. I mean, they have us
Right.
change it every 90 days. So
Okay.
Look,
So basically,
but here's the-
before
here's the-
your
here's the thing I'm
password was
trying
like
to-
Lucky Charms, like star, half moon.
Lucky
No, but-
Charm.
But
Yeah.
Like
here's
ABC.
the thing. Here's the point I'm trying to give. That's why I give you the example of the 5.
I like that. That's gonna be my new password.
That's why I give you the example of the 5 letters thing. It doesn't really matter how long your password is. The computer can go through it really quickly.
Yeah.
Cornelius.
So it lies to me when it says low, medium,
No,
strong.
no.
Well, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Poor,
like,
it
you
says
have to
poor,
realize that, like, okay,
medium, and strong.
Like
That's why-
coffee.
that's why I just start with like letters. Now, if you add numbers, because 0 to 9, then you add the symbols, which I don't know how
Another
many symbols there.
26
That's
comes
just gonna
to-
bring the number up to like what?
exponential, at least 120 minimum.
120 what?
Potential characters in combination.
120 characters.
Like
No.
I want hieroglyphs, please. I'm gonna use this.
But I mean, yeah, let's just keep it simple. 200. A computer can go through that real
Yeah.
quickly. It can do it in
Yes.
under a
Of
Your
course.
second.
cell phone goes through that.
Yeah.
in a
And-
matter
and
of seconds.
even on your cell phone, there's a specific
Right.
rule of it. You get
To
it.
bring it up,
Yes.
a Python script can run one iteration every 1 millisecond.
1,000,
So
a
that's a-
millionth of
A
a second.
1,000 milliseconds
What
is a
snake
second.
is this?
What snake is this?
Is that Python?
It's like the
So,
one on Amazon. No, but that's true. If it goes
Yeah.
through all that in a millisecond, you can imagine.
Imagine.
It bursts through your.
So here's
your
an even
password.
better question.
In
What's
less than a second.
What is the point of passwords then?
Well,
peace
passwords
of
are
mind.
here just because they're a simple way of locking your information.
So basically, it's like the front door or the front lock to your door. Or
Yeah.
Just the
front
door
basically.
itself.
The lock to your front
It's the
door.
window.
It's
So,
not
right,
locked.
because here's the thing.
Someone's gonna kick the door in. Don't worry.
Yeah, here's the thing. Even though you lock your door, what kind of security measure that is that? Like,
You could use a
Yeah.
hairpin to get in.
Yeah.
it's not
Stick
even
it.
that.
That's why I
You
have
can
the ring
just
doorbell.
break
No,
a
but
window
like
and
that's
just jump in.
that's what your true like protection is, your firewall. Or even better, your VPN.
Right.
Because VPN now encrypts it.
All right, but how are people that don't know how to set it up or use it? How would they be able to have that protection?
There are services.
Well,
Because you
yeah.
you know about this
There are
and you
services.
Yeah.
you know you
Yeah,
have the
I have
knowledge.
it,
But what
yeah.
about a person that doesn't have the knowledge about
I
it?
need your
Well-
knowledge, sir. How much do I pay
to
you
be
for
hon-
that?
Well, to be honest
Well,
with you,
I mean, no, hold up, wait, like
today's sponsor, right? ExpressVPN.
No,
very,
but like-
very efficient.
let's be honest here. Like a lot
Hashtag
of
not sponsored yet.
a lot of people are promoting
Yeah,
like
yes.
VPNs and stuff like, and that, they're actually pretty useful. because
ExpressVPN, NordVPN.
They create like another layer of security.
Like the
Yep.
onion that my man Marcos loves to talk about.
Yeah,
Onion?
his onion.
Onion.
Yeah, like layers of.
Oh, the torrent.
All right, Shrek.
Onion,
Shrek,
torrent,
yeah.
obfuscated,
Pack it up, Shrek.
Oh, chill.
static, or
Using, I mean, you're
dynamic.
going deep web then if you're using
An onion or a
Yeah,
torrent.
onion.
Yeah. On
No,
onion.
but
We're
yeah,
on the deep
but-
web now.
I love onion.
chill. Oh, fried
Literally.
deep onion. Oh, you know when like
The bloom-
yeah,
the
the
bloomin' onion.
Bloomin' onion.
Oh
Good
my
lord, I love
goodness.
those.
I haven't had that.
Yo, let's
Right.
go buy one right now.
Where? We would have to make it.
And no, Yonkers, they have the Outback Steakhouse, no?
Nah.
I don't want to go to hell fast.
Anyway, going back to VPN.
Sorry.
Anyways.
Oh, but
security,
that's why
yes.
you like you
Passwords.
pay
Yes.
for this stuff.
Their
this
services.
level, their services.
There's levels.
Because
there.
let's be honest, no one is gonna go
All right,
and
for
sit
whoever
down.
doesn't know how to do this, just buy it.
So-
VPN.
Right.
Yeah,
so
buy it, honestly.
if you want the
And they're not very expensive.
if you want
Yeah.
the referral code, you can definitely check it out on the show notes. We'll give you one that we
Once it comes up,
Yeah.
Yes.
we're talking
We
to
like.
you, ExpressVPN.
I mean,
VPN.
like
Exactly.
the one of the simplest
Shout
rules
out.
is that don't download anything you don't know,
right.
because
Yes.
that's a real easy backdoor.
Yep.
Right.
Especially the ones where like you want a free iPad, you have to download this application.
Oh, yeah.
those
The fishies.
don't.
I love those.
or on the email.
What do they call it?
or
Fishing?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Fish.
Yeah.
You know,
I
just make sure what you're downloading. Unlike some people,
Yeah.
know.
Right.
You did not win a free iPad.
So I feel like this we're unwillingly or willingly we're pushing the conversation to the next bullet
Yes.
point.
So next one, 5.9.
I expect that
Thank
check
you.
in the mail.
Yes.
So 5, right? It's 9 ways to lock down your smart home device. So
Throw it
a
out the
few
window.
simple tweaks and settings can make a big difference in your home's digital security. The simple truth bears repeating. Anything you connect to the internet runs the risk of getting hacked or controlled remotely by someone else. To help mitigate such risk, follow these privacy and security guidelines from the experts at Consumer Reports to protect the smart home
If you
device
hear any
you own.
wheezing, that's wanted down.
So
in the
there's
background.
8 points Marcos outlined here real quick before we, or 9,
Yeah, 9.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
9. I'll read through them really quick.
Okay.
Number 1, you use strong, unique passwords for each device. 2, use two-factor authentication.
Question.
Valuable. Yes.
What would be considered a strong password?
We'll go through them
Right.
after the 9,
Something really long and hard.
Mr. J.
if available on all devices. Number 3, enable automatic updates on all devices that support it. 4, check for updates consistently.
Mm.
5, be thorough.
Okay.
Be thoughtful about the rooms you place smart speakers in because of their
Right.
always on microphones.
Oof.
Number 6, buy products that have a switch to turn off the microphone. 7, periodically review and delete your smart speakers audio recordings. 8, aim security cameras where you need them, not where you don't. 9, think twice about whether to give devices access to the location data from your smartphone. And those are the 9 outlines that Marcos wrote up here.
I would like
for
to
us.
bring up attention to number 4.
Yes, please.
So,
Or check
there
for
are-
updates consistently.
Yes, there's actually backdoors that breach unupdated computers.
Really? So
Up-
updating is the
Update is actually necessary. If you don't,
you're looking for
sometimes-
bruising?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So don't
Sometimes-
update.
No,
update.
update. No, you're not even listening.
Oh, my bad.
I'm leaving.
Bruh.
No, but yeah, you should be
Crickets.
updating pretty
Often.
Consistent.
yeah.
Right.
Consistent.
Because sometimes updates are not the greatest and they leave backdoors, so that's why you need to get the new one.
Okay.
That new stuff.
Ah,
So back to Monste's first question though, what
Right.
would be a good? What was the question?
What would be a strong password?
Yeah, something like that, long and
Oh,
hard.
what?
bruh.
Long and
All
hard.
right, these keep it PG now.
That is no, like that has the meme and the actual thing because
Yeah.
look, you want something
A strong password.
keep it long and strong.
because
Yeah.
look, every time you add like another either a number or letter, that adds another level of complexity.
Right.
Got it.
So okay,
So what would you suggest that the password be comprised of in order for it to be an actual?
uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, if it allows. Some
But-
computer programs don't.
Yes.
I don't know why.
And another thing that I've
Yeah,
noticed,
symbols would make it
This is-
so much more hard.
this is out of
Make it
Nah,
look like
well,
Lucky Charms.
this is
More complicated.
It's
if
just
anything.
it's just the fact that it's that another layer because you want numbers. Now you have to worry about how many numbers there are, how many letters there are, how many symbols there are.
Yeah.
That's the point.
the other thing. The other thing, this one I listened from Linus Tech Tips. So Linus Tech Tips. I'm just quoting him. What they find more effective for password security is sentences. Use your uppercase at the beginning. Say like 3 little cookies in a jar, and then put in a number in your
okay.
having a run-on sentences is much harder for a computer to decode versus just you putting random letters, because you have a meaning that the computer that's trying to breach it doesn't. Yeah, and those are my 2 cents.
What are you laughing at?
Oh,
Explain.
explain yourself, lady.
You want to laugh too. You're dying over here. Your face is red.
Like your
Now
hair.
is your hair red. Your
Monste,
face is red.
you took a vaccine. Are you okay to be laughing?
Is this a
hard?
side effect now?
Is this a side
Side
effect?
effect.
It's like a smile fruit from like One Piece.
All right, so
I saw that.
let's keep it moving. We're down to Mr. J's section. So
Oh, yeah.
point number 6, Mr. J's porcelain tales with the big O. Please,
Alright.
Mr. J, take it away.
It's like
Yo, it's a big O again.
no, but like there's actually 2 things I want to go over.
What did that stand for?
You tell me.
Big O.
The big O. What was it gonna do? I think there's something
That's
before.
their stuff.
It's right here.
There you go.
It's don't worry, it won't leave me. No, yeah. What was it?
I don't know.
Hold up. Give me a minute.
He needs to, get in the zone of that
needs some
traumatic.
milk.
Oh wait, before I go over the story, just little lesson in programming.
Okay.
Please,
That-
lay it on.
No, some people don't realize, but a lot of programmers do because they're actually really important.
Mhm.
Not related to the story I'm gonna say,
Okay.
but it's actually called the big old notation.
Oh.
So every program, no, every program, there's always like stories like, oh my gosh, my code has like hundreds of lines of code. It's crazy. It's very complex. Some things that programmers have to keep in mind is the big O notation, which is how complex in terms of time is it. So like, for example, a simple loop that we call the for loop is what was it? Is O to the n, which is meaning like the amount of loops you have to go through is how complex it is.
Okay.
So like, for example, if you have like 2 arrays and you put them through 4 loops,
Right.
that's now n squared.
Oh.
So
Is this math?
Yes, it's math.
Okay.
Is this
Sit down.
Are you? Bruh.
Pack it in.
So obviously the more complex your code is,
The more
the more you
loops.
have to realize that
Oh.
time can be it can go very
It's
slow.
time consuming.
Yeah. So like, most people, they try to go for like a log of n time complexity. So log
An
to the n.
exponential. Very.
Well, no, that's not exponential. Exponential would be bad
Yeah.
because that means the more loops you have, the bigger it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that means your code will probably never compile.
Oh.
So that's
Interesting.
What is compiling?
it's when the compiler takes your code, translates it to machine code, and gives it to your computer and say, do this thing.
Oh, so it's like
So if you
sort
if
of
you
relays the
compile,
message, basically?
yeah, if you compile it, it gives you a file in a different format, and if you open it with some things,
Mhm.
you can see that everything. You can see that everything is. Hold up! Oh, come on!
Really?
So, guys, don't worry, everybody.
Oh, he got cold. Don't worry, your phone is dry.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Oh,
All
don't
right.
worry, the phone is dry.
All right. So
Well, let's
Pause.
keep it. Yeah, you want to pause real quick?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. All right. So we'll keep it moving. We'll edit out.
Once is disaster.
So I mean, all right. So
Yeah.
let's try to continue this segment.
So yeah, so just to wrap it up, it's programmers try to make that big old notation as small as they can. So like said something log of something is something they try to go for. And that's literally a real thing. So like n times n log to the n is something that they try to strive for. That's something they try to go for. Something they don't try to go for is n to the n, which is
Why
No.
not end to then?
because that means it's exponential, as Marco says. And exponential means that it's going to go up in the amount of time it needs to run.
Okay.
So as I was saying, to answer Marcos's question, look what you did, Monste. Look what you did. See what you caused, the damage.
Okay.
He got it from Louis Vuitton and
Okay, I
everything.
can't take you anywhere.
Why are you rubbing his chest like that?
It's because he's ock. So ock. Wow.
Like you're only focusing on the nipple.
All right.
But yeah. So like when you
It's a
compile,
good thing I'm wearing thermals.
so when you compile a code, that's when you run through the compiler, which translates it to machine code. You open it through, I think some text editor can do it. You'll see that it's all in hexadecimal.
Okay.
And that's just so that you can see it.
Okay.
But what the computer sees is all in binary.
You're good.
So a bunch of zeros and ones.
Mm-hmm.
So that just says, hey, do this. Here's the instruction code. This is what you're gonna do. It's like if your mom goes like, here, go get groceries. Here's a list. It's the
Right.
same thing. It's just translated to something they can understand.
Ah, okay.
Because we can speak in English, they speak in 0 and 1.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And then beyond that, that's where.
Beyond that, there's no beyond that because
No, I mean. Oh, okay. No, I get you then. I get you.
yeah, they don't understand anything. Unfortunately, 0 and 1 is all they can.
All they could process and
Yeah.
understand.
So I would ask everyone around the table to give their 2 cents, but
Just
it
to
might
go.
be it might be a
Yeah.
little bit over our heads because that's our
forte.
You're not a cup
forte,
of
our
tea.
expertise.
But yeah, but let's go to this tale.
Okay.
I just wanted to bring that up because
no, yeah.
technology.
No. And I appreciate that because a lot of times that those are the like those little nuggets of
Information,
gold,
yeah.
information that a lot of us would never have like come across.
And that's actually like something really important for programs to know because you don't want your program to run for a long time, or even in some cases, they never even compile.
Okay, and that is a problem.
Yeah, that's because you can't send that code up.
Right.
So programmers are like, that's something like even in interviews are like, this has to be in a certain big old notation, or else we're not going to accept it.
Oh, wow.
So it's very cutthroat.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
But
Bro.
And
anyway,
it has to be that way. If
now
not,
with the story with this company.
Okay.
So the company is an ISP. They provide internet, they provide cable, they provide phone. Obviously, you guys know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the people here.
Yeah, we won't mention any names,
Yeah,
but
no
you know who
names.
you are, you
Yeah.
jerks.
you bastards.
Why are you shaking your head? Yeah, we told you.
All right, we'll refresh your
We'll tell
memory
you later.
After.
So we're gonna call
Let's
this
get
company
through
the
this.
Big O, as Marco states.
Yes.
This company, as I said, provides cable, internet, and TV services.
Yes.
So
Yeah, tough.
my parents decided to because it's the end of the year and
Upgrade or change.
upgrade it to and change, of course, to services because I said, we have a lot of devices and we're running on something that's very old.
Right.
So
Okay.
they're like, okay, let's go see what they have. So we call up this company. They give us a deal and we're like, okay, that
Yes.
sounds fine.
Okay.
Oh my. A lot of work there, huh?
Right.
But so what they say is like, okay, so we're gonna send in a technician to go and install the services. And
Yeah.
What
Go
happened?
on,
What are you
go
guys
on,
doing?
Go on.
no, yeah, so
I'm listening.
So we're gonna send a technician. They're gonna install all this stuff because this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I had a modem and router set up at home for the internet, and then we wanted to add TV. So I'm thinking they're just gonna install cable boxes, and that's it.
Right.
So technician comes in, and unfortunately I wasn't there because I would have smacked someone.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
As you should, sir.
But
course.
of course my mom was there, and
Normal reaction.
So according to her, the first thing they ask is where is the modem and router, and my mom shows them, and so for some reason we were not informed this, but they have this whole new system where they have a cable box. So
Like
they
that.
have the system where it's all in one.
Right.
It's a modem, a router, and also the primary cable box.
Right.
I have that.
So in order to install this, he wants to take back the modem, which is fine. But in him doing so, he thought, which I don't think he thought this, he thought something else, but he thought that the router that was there was the company's.
Theirs, yeah.
Yeah, the company's. So my mom was, asking questions like, you sure that's yours? Because it doesn't have any logo on it. It doesn't have any writing that says it's there. No stickers, no nothing. And the technician said, yes, that is ours.
Baloney.
So
Yes.
he goes in and takes the router.
Okay.
He installs the cable boxes, which turns out he had a few loose ends.
So
Oh,
on top
boy.
of him lying to your mom in her face,
Yeah.
he stole something from your household.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Was
Two
he
strikes.
actually from that company?
Yeah, he was. He was actually from the
He
company.
was
He
a
was legit.
representative with the shirt
Yeah.
on that said with the logo.
He
You
came
can
with-
make that up.
No, but
unfortunately,
hold on. Let me just
You
get to
can
this.
actually
Yeah,
make that
but
up.
they
No,
actually
let me-
connected everything. So,
Yeah.
it's
So?
all-
Let me just
you can't fake that.
I plugged in something.
refrain your questions. Refrain your questions till the end.
Yes.
Oh,
especially you.
okay.
You spilled water.
Oh boy.
I cleaned it up.
So my mom cooked. He's still wet. So my mom calls me
Right.
and said
Continue.
Sorry.
they finished installing everything. I'm like, all right, cool. The first thing I thought, literally, I was like, show me my room and where the modem and router was. She's like, okay. She shows it to me, and I said, where's the router? She's like, what do you mean? I said, where's our router that we bought? And she's like, oh, they took it. And I'm like,
What?
what? Why? They're like, oh, I asked the technician said it was theirs. I said, no, that's ours. So I call their customer service, and to be honest, I feel like this lady was
Not so nice, or not so
Well,
friendly, or
not so friendly.
helpful.
There we go. Not so helpful too.
All right.
All of
Because
the above.
so
Karen.
I explained. Well, she wasn't nice. It wasn't more like,
She wasn't rude. She was just not helpful.
yeah.
Okay, she wasn't helpful.
So I call her and I explain the situation. So I said, is it possible to bring that technician back because he took something about it? And she was like,
I like she didn't give a damn.
Exactly.
Oh, this is just
Wow.
This
And-
is just disheartening.
And I'm
Holy.
like, so can I get that? When can I get that technician? And she checks her calendar and she said, oh, in like 4 days. I said, is it possible to get something earlier? Being nice, me being calm. And she's like, yeah, 4 days. Just straight up like that. And I was like, okay, can I get the supervisor online? Because you're not helping me. And she said, oh, I have to escalate it. I'm like, okay, can I speak with them now? She's like, no, they'll call you in like a day.
Oh no, they usually transfer you right away.
I know. I learned. But anyway, the technician came. And we were able to get in contact with the supervisor there because he had a direct line. And he said that they're gonna look for it and that
Did you ever get it back?
what did I say? Refrain
Ask
your
questions
questions.
until the
Yeah.
end, please. Story
Come
time.
on. And so he said we'll go and look for the router and we'll get back to you. So we're like, okay. So and basically last month I've been calling them back and forth trying to get a supervisor, and they're like, we're gonna escalate it. 5 escalations happened, which I think is BS.
Over
but-
a transition of a month.
I bet you it was the same person. Just like, oh, let me escalate.
So what I do is, because I asked a friend, I'm like, what am I going to do? He said, you got 2 options. Either take him to court or go through this organization to handle the situation. You can go through court, but it's going to take a while because he's going through a different situation. And he said that his date got postponed. So he said, maybe you'll have a better chance with the organization, which is
the Triple B.
No, yeah, the
Better
Triple B.
Business
Yeah.
Bureau.
So I'm like, okay, let me go with them first. So I make the complaint. I make it as harsh as I can, calling them every single word that I can.
Savage.
And explain to them what I want. And I said basically either I want the router back, either old or new, or a check for me to buy it. So literally the next day, a supervisor calls and says, oh, hey, so we saw
What's
you
up?
had a complaint in the Triple B. How can we help you?
Wow.
Not, and mind you, not
Who
a,
said scared?
not another customer rep, a supervisor. It was a supervisor.
Wow.
So
Well, now you guys know what to do.
So
Yes.
So we would like to speak with someone who can help us get our router back. So she's like, okay, sure, I'll connect you with someone who can. 2 days later, the supervisor, the head of the technicians department called and said, hey, we got informed that your router was taken. Can you please call us back? So I call him. I explain to him, look, router was taken by one of your technicians. Understand it's an accident, but I just need it back. What can we do? So he said, okay. I think this was in
2 weeks ago, like towards the middle end.
It was like either Christmas or New Year's. I forgot what. No, New Year's.
You were still doing that in Christmas.
New Year's. Yeah.
Damn.
It was in New Year's. He said, okay, look, we can first look through the warehouse, look through the truck that he was in, and see if we can find it. If we can find it, then we can send it back to you. And I said, okay, what happens if you can't? And he said, well, we're gonna have to see from there. And I was explaining to him that I actually got heated. I was like, listen, I've already been through like 15 different reps. I'm tired of this. Listen, if you really can't find it, either send me a new one or send me a check. And he was like, oh, you're gonna have to bring up proof of receipt. And I said, listen, you're asking me to first of all prove you something you stole. He's like, that seems kind of inconsiderate. And I said, you know what? Let's just first wait for you to look for it, and then we'll go from there. He said, okay. And I asked him, like, how long is this gonna take? Because I got tired of it. So he's like, oh, it's literally the next day. He's like, it'll be a day for us to look through the warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Mind you, I went through the locations that they have that you can return, your stuff and everything.
Yeah.
I even asked them, like, is this possible? You think that they can look for it? They're like, oh, I don't know, because that's like looking for a needle in the haystack. And I'm like, you guys don't organize your warehouses?
Dang.
And they're like, we don't know. We literally take the box
And then
we send it off.
Dang.
I'm like, okay. So the next day, he calls me. I call him. I said, what's the update? What's going on? And he said, well, we couldn't find it in our warehouses. So the tech that went to your house was actually on vacation. So he should be coming back in like 2 days, supposedly. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So fortunately, he came back early. So
Good.
So that was some good luck there.
Yeah, right.
So
He came back early.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, he calls me literally at night. He's like, hey, the technician actually came back early. He came back with a truck. We're going to look through the truck and see if we can find it. I said, okay.
Salutations, Marcos here. This is a message to all the listeners out there. There are links in the show notes for our Twitter, email, and even show notes. Any questions or ideas for the podcast can be sent via these links. Now, back to our regularly scheduled podcast.
Said, okay, what can we do? He said, look, I spoke with my team and we think, well, we can just order you a new one through Amazon. Which is
Amazon.
I mean, I was like, okay. Cause I even gave him like what it was, a picture of it and everything. So he's like, yeah, we could just buy you a new one. And I was like, okay, do I have to show you anything? He's like, no, you don't have to. We'll believe you. Mind you, he told me that the tech said that he didn't take anything.
What? Oh,
Like anything that he wasn't supposed to.
Right.
So it just vanished into thin air.
Into
That's what I'm
eBay.
thinking.
That's what
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. No, I literally looked through eBay. I couldn't find things.
It
I don't know.
vanished into eBay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but he said, like, look, you already went through this whole spiel of things.
Yeah.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us, bro.
Continue,
Don't worry.
please, sir. Please.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You already went through the whole spiel.
Your time's up.
You already went through the whole spiel and everything. We'll just buy it for you. So yeah. But like something that I was telling Marcos and Alan, I don't know why you're rubbing her face too. She's like, they're comfortable and you're just But yeah,
They're just
something I was pointing out to these two was that remember I told you, right?
Yes, you were.
What?
That it took me a complaint from the Triple B to get through a supervisor, even though I called for like a good 3 weeks going through them, and they're like, we'll escalate it to a supervisor. Hell, one was like, let me speak to my supervisor. Comes back and it said, you're gonna have to speak with my supervisor in 2 to 3 days. I'm like, just pass me the phone.
Exactly.
And she's like,
just
we
a
can't
transfer.
do that. Yeah, I'm like, we can't do that. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, the supervisor in another call. I'm like, you just called them. You just spoke with the supervisor. You just told me that. She's like, but she's in another call. And I'm like, that makes no sense. They're like, 2 to 3 days.
How do you sound?
Even some of them, I explained the situation and put me on hold for forever.
Yep.
They tired you out, basically.
Well, I mean, after a while, I
feel like they do that because
Okay,
they
but-
must get quite a bit of those calls where it's like people like claim they're missing something,
yeah.
mind you, and it's like a
I
filter.
like when they put you on. They're like, hold on, I'm gonna check your file.
All right.
No, yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's
I will
all
get
they
some
do.
of
I know. I'm pretty sure they get up, go get a coffee.
And they just put that
little background.
Tell them the story that happened when I think it was the first
Oh
time.
yeah, so continue. I'm sorry,
Wait,
bro,
which
but didn't you?
They thought that they put you on hold, but what really happened was that they didn't put you on hold. And what were they doing?
Oh, talking. Really?
Oh yeah. I think, but that was like before the router.
That was the very first one.
That was just us trying to get an upgrade. And literally after we said, yeah, sure, we can do that, she literally, okay, please hold. And I guess she must have forgot her mute button because she just started literally just talking. Unfortunately, not in English or in Spanish. I think she was like Indian or something.
Oh.
She was just going off.
She's probably like,
And I heard
these people are over here trying to get an update. I'm trying to sleep.
I even heard a
watch my
second
show.
voice.
But then, I mean,
time for that.
does anybody ever get to that point where you record the calls they're recording you on, just to have
one person actually did because he had the same experience. After his third video that he uploaded of his terrible customer service, he got a supervisor.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So he was like, even like, record your calls and put them on YouTube. But fortunately for me, it took the complaint and the Triple B
Right.
for them to be like, hey.
And
How
the
you
thing
doing?
is, Triple B here is in Yonkers.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Triple B is like right over there.
Mm.
You know where it is? Remember when we went to eat sushi at Ishi?
No, it's in Tarrytown.
I think there's more than one location.
Yeah, there might be because
There's
there's
definitely
one
more
in
than
New York City as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Pretty sure.
because the one I remember because we drove past the building. You were like, "Oh, hey, look, this is Better Business Bureau building." I think.
Oh yeah.
Was it you?
But,
Anyways, so
the
Tomato store. I
so
like
it ended in
but I was telling Mark, like I said, it took that long, or
Almost
that
a
much.
month.
Yeah, and that
Dang.
complaint just to get through a
Yeah.
supervisor.
But I feel like a lot of people have that issue. Not
Experience.
only when you're trying to have, things related to getting upgrades and stuff in your own house and stuff, but in general, I feel like a lot of people lack that customer service.
Yeah, I feel like for this company, they just hire like maybe like an agency that hire people from other countries.
That's what most people.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I just recently upgraded my phone, and when I called customer service, you're always gonna get Sprint, right? Now that it's part of T-Mobile, you're always gonna get people from India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like for T-Mobile customer service, like I had this person who was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from South Carolina."
Yeah,
I've gotten
you get that.
I've gotten both.
He's been-
North Carolina.
Yeah, we've
I've gotten
Well, actually,
US and
recently I met somebody
Right.
that
Works in customer
he
service.
lives in Mexico,
Okay.
right? But
Ooh.
he actually works for American Express
Oh.
in Mexico.
Okay.
So he's
Okay.
customer service for
Right.
that credit card, and he's located over there.
Oh.
okay.
So apparently,
How do you get a job like
English?
that? That's so awesome.
Apparently, there's
That's
a
an
demand.
awesome
He
job
speaks.
over there.
He speaks Spanish and English.
so
So-
the international call. I
Yeah,
guess.
so he's able to. I guess since there's a lot of travelers
Right.
that go,
Pretty sure he-
Mexico is pretty much international now at this
Right,
point.
All right. Well,
Ooh, some shit.
I'm glad that you were able to actually
Share
handle-
your experience.
and that you were able to actually handle your business. But just real quick, for viewers that are in that predicament, unfortunately, or might be put in that situation.
Yeah, make a complaint into Triple
Triple
because,
B
like I
would
said,
probably be the best.
that guy that I said was a head. He was a great guy. He was a really good guy. I had no complaints with him, even though like I went off with him when I first met him because I was
you were already upset about this whole situation.
Exactly.
You were livid.
So yeah, it's like he was, like I said, great customer service he had, and honestly, when he said when he was gonna buy it, they came out with the blue. I was like, oh, okay. I was honestly gonna expect like a check or something, but
I would have wanted the check.
I mean,
Low key.
yeah, but I mean, it was resolved, which was the best part of it. You were actually able to get what you needed to get from that company, and I guess again to people that unfortunately get into that situation, I think going to the Triple B after the first or second call that they don't respond to you the way they're supposed to, going to the Triple B probably would be the best course of action after that.
Especially since like if they don't want to like talk, like I said,
right?
Like,
they're trying to just escalate and not doing anything about it.
Definitely after like the second one, just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna make a complaint with the. And I was making a joke with my friend. They have thousands, like tens, like over 10,000 complaints. It's close to like 15.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
So, and mind you, that's more than Optimum and even Spectrum. But Spectrum is supposed to have even worse service. So
that sounds
so
like an innuendo.
we're moving to our last point, and then we'll do really quick our lightning segment with Eileen and with Monste.
I
After
thought we were
this,
gonna do his thought.
no, yeah.
After
we finish the seventh point here.
Marcos, you inspire me. Now I want to have thoughts in the shower.
Yes. Right. So and on that
and Mr. J.
Yeah. On that note.
In the O.
With the posts and tails.
On that note, I'm gonna let Marcos finish off the reading with that, since it's very much his thought.
I don't have to read it. Just go with your thought.
Okay. I mean, okay.
I guess to make it consistent.
Okay.
You want.
So, Marcos shower thoughts and research. Content creation, marketing, and making sales are the cornerstones of a healthy economy. But what are But what or how are progress reached? Depending on the market or exclusive or of said item, or the sum of or value of to create the new item. So my resource, what's it worth to you? How our perception of value drives the market. In other words, how does an item get priced and how much does that value go up or down, which can be into the stock market, into a pair of jeans, into this phone that I have in my hands, or these headphones,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Jeans are expensive.
Yes.
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 Now if you buy them from China.
Hey,
Those-
hey,
that's not
there we
down.
go. That's what I'm
The
trying to say
Alibaba.
right there. Yeah.
We're gonna go on fire.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
JK.
They're
The
gonna
subjectivity
change
is
my size.
based on 4 factors, basically. In other words, how things are priced are generally based by these four factors. 1, scarcity, right? In other words, how rare an item is, or how desired this item is. The other one, the passion or personal attachment to this item. The memory of you creating this value, aka the coins, the Chinese coins that we heard about in the earlier stories. The other one, the profit potential, aka the stock market, how much money one can make with investing on the stock market. The number 4, the person's current situation, aka how enough money you have to invest or to purchase said desired item.
Right.
The other one, the person's current situation, aka if you have the money or not, you're gonna want to make it more expensive. You're gonna be willing to pay that higher value or not.
Yes.
And then on my end, people don't buy products because of the actual value of the product. They buy stuff because the price of the product closely matches their perceived value of the products. And that's it.
Okay. And so what does everybody think about my good friend Marcos's shower thought?
Oh, it's great. It's very insightful. Yeah.
Basically, if an item's hot, aka the marketing strategies that we hear, aka from Apple,
Like Crocs,
Apple, or what else? The
Peloton.
yes, like what else? The you should be watching, or the
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like they try to make themselves desired, but you don't actually, for good or worse, you don't actually need to be watching anime. It's a luxury to be watching anime, and people are making a business out of it.
Okay.
That's true.
You don't need to be up to date with the up to snuff phone. It's to many people, you don't need the latest and greatest.
All right.
You need something that has internet access.
Oh, but I do need the latest and greatest.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the
person,
economic
right.
situation, economical standing, or their desire, how much they desire, how much are they willing to pay for that item.
Okay.
AKA, I'm not gonna on any day soon. I'm not gonna buy a Louis Vuitton pair
I
of
want a
jeans
Louis
bag.
Vuitton.
or a Louis
No, you
Vuitton
don't.
backpack. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. No,
But
that,
yeah,
that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
yeah, let's
Yeah,
go to
definitely.
anime.
So I think transitioning from that shower thought, we're gonna do the lightning round real quick. Thank you for your insightful shower thought. So we here at Life Tech and Sundry posed a question, a challenge even, if you will, to Monste and Eileen the last time they were here. And it was it had to do with a list of anime that we suggested they see before the new year. Now, I don't know if you guys actually finished it or not.
Nope.
But we wanted to know what these were.
Wait,
and-
hold up. Before you do, what were they?
Oh, very good question.
Let's see if you remember.
It was, well, for me, it was.
Oh, for you? No, it was for both of you.
Yeah,
Monte.
it's the same list.
No, we
It's the same
didn't.
list.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Did.
You saw most of the ones
We-
that I had not seen.
It was the same list.
No, it was not.
It was the same list.
Okay,
Well,
so
yeah,
while they
let's-
fight about
let's-
it,
What is it? What is
well,
it?
who was your list apparently?
Okay,
Monte?
well, mine was Erased,
Okay.
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
What?
Doctor Strange.
Right. That was a good Marvel movie. Yes. Yes.
No, hold
It's a
on.
great anime. It's a great anime.
Dr.
I love the part where
Doctor Stone.
he died and came back to life.
All right. I'm getting bullied now. All right.
Dr. Stone. What else?
Okay, it was Erased, Food Wars, Don Machi,
Mr.
my
Dr.
teen
Stone.
romantic comedy.
Snafu.
Right.
Yeah, Snafu, Gonosuba, and Dr. Stone.
Okay, now out of all of those,
Which one did
how
you
many
watch?
did you watch?
I got 2 out of those.
Really?
Which were-
Full-
I got
full
most
from,
of them.
From
Wait,
beginning to end?
what were they?
Yeah.
What were they? What were the 2 you watched?
Erased and Don Machi.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I began Food Wars, but I haven't had a chance.
Wait,
to
so
finish
you
it.
went through all 3 seasons of Danmachi?
Yes.
All 3?
Respect.
3?
There's
I think
3.
we just
The
watched
one
on
on
Netflix.
Netflix.
I think it's just the first
then
season.
it's just one.
That's
Oh,
fine.
that
Respect.
sucks.
That's still
Yeah, you
good.
finished the first season.
Yeah, died.
I'll
So what
That's
about you?
most.
All right. I
Eileen?
gotta watch season 2 and 3 then.
Yeah.
So what about
Yeah.
you, Eileen?
Can I see the list?
It's like, I don't remember.
I was finishing Food Wars.
Okay. No, but you don't. Just the ones you watched.
The ones I finished?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Erased, Don Machi, Gonosuba, and Dr. Stone.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. You got ready for the second season for Dr. Stone then.
She's ready to get
Yeah.
stoned by Dr. Stone.
It comes out this weekend, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out the 7th.
Yes. Yes.
So,
So-
all right. From these,
Ooh,
the
I gotta
list
hurry.
Right. From the list that you already mentioned, which ones did you enjoy, and what would be like something that you're looking forward to watching then?
Getting stoned with Dr. Stone.
Well, I really liked both the 2 that I watched. Like I said, right now I'm starting right now the Your Lie in April.
Okay.
So
Okay.
far I'm like liking it.
Mm.
Erased, I really like.
Okay. Okay.
I was upset though. I was
Oh,
upset because
Okay.
the guy didn't end up with the girl.
that
It
you
was
wanted
his friend.
to.
It was his friend, the one that ended up with the girl, and I was tight, and
With
he had a
Erased?
baby, and yeah.
Oh,
Erased.
Sorry.
Erased.
Yes.
Spoiler warning.
I'm sorry for whoever hasn't watched
Oh,
it.
what, a
It was
2-year
amazing.
movie? A
Show?
series? Series? A series?
All right.
Yeah, it was serious.
Okay, so
Loved it though.
It was
okay,
good.
and then now you're saying you're catching up with Your Lie in April.
Yeah.
All right, so get
So
ready for
far,
the
so
feels,
good.
right?
I know. I was told I was gonna cry. I am a
Yes.
crybaby, so
How did you feel about Erased?
She is upset. She said that you end up with the guy.
No, but
with the girl.
did you cry or did
I
you just
did.
end up angry?
I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
though. I was upset
Now,
because, you know,
one critical detail that I always discussed with Josue was that there was 2 timelines, right? Timeline 1 was the coworker that he worked with at the pizza shop.
Okay.
There's technically 3.
Yes, but the 2 timelines that I'm referring to. Number 1,
before he got ran over.
yes, before
got truck
girl,
in.
that girl, the one that was his coworker, at the end when he gets arrested, at that time that the girl gets pulled away from him, right? Then when
She
he
gets followed, right?
yes, and then the other time when he wakes up after the coma, according to Mr. G over here, he says that's the same girl that was his coworker in
Yeah.
the pizza shop. Damn it. Okay.
No one
yeah, it
believes
is.
me.
It is.
I
Yeah,
didn't
no
believe
one
him.
believes
That
Really?
she had cancer but her story in the first storyline was that her family were basically kicked out of town because his father got accused of robbing stuff. And nobody believed in, not even his wife. His dad committed suicide. Her dad committed suicide.
Seppuku.
And the wife was like, I should have believed him. I should have trusted my husband more. And then in the storyline after he did his time jump was after coma, is that's the girl that's with cancer that is being used as a hostage.
The little girl.
Yes, that is the same girl as the one that was the pizza girl. No, right?
No.
No.
Exactly.
Think that
No.
No,
Because
the girl that
the
is
girl
in the
would have been
wheelchair.
the same age as the guy, no?
No,
No,
the girl,
she was
she's
younger.
a teenager. He was in his 28,
Yeah.
27, and she was like 17, 16. Basically 10
Yeah.
year difference.
It
Yes,
is.
in,
It is
in
the
the
same
beginning,
girl.
she was a high school student.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Because she liked him.
But you have to realize
She had
that
a
the
crush on
time
him.
skip
So that's
wasn't.
what makes you think that she
the
was like
time
in high
skip.
school.
The time skip wasn't like straight to where he was.
no,
It was like a few years back.
yes.
So that's
the
why she was
timeline-
still.
Yeah, the timeline kind of like
He was 8
yeah.
and the time skip was 11 years.
When he was trying to figure out what happened
She was
to,
like 20,
to those
wasn't
20
girls,
years,
to
So
the
it was like
missing
20
girls.
years.
Yeah, there was a time skip in the timeline.
And it was
There you go.
15. His coma
15
was
years,
15 years. So
yeah.
he's not 28. He's like
so
25.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. He
Quick
was
maths,
Quick
Oh,
quick maths.
yeah. And in the end, like, she was older.
Yeah, but
that one makes sense because he's 28 in the original timeline, and she was like what 16, 17.
Right.
But is
Yeah.
that? But we never know about her story of her being sick. That
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
But I mean, it wouldn't matter
Oh,
because
they don't
it's a
mention
new
that.
timeline.
But that doesn't matter. Then.
It's an alternate universe at
Okay.
that point.
Okay.
So
Okay.
everything got switched
You
up.
will go
Okay,
back
so
to the
but the,
theory of a ripple.
the guy that came to visit him is still the teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But that was what I had myself. Remember the butterfly scene at the end, and he's looking at the butterfly, and the girl comes back.
Hmm.
I thought that was girl from Pizza Shop, not that it was also medical girl.
Which I also enjoy pizza.
I respect pizza.
That was a really good show, though.
All right, so going on to the next one, you said you watch also Dr. Stone?
No.
Or- no.
No.
Danmachi.
Danmachi.
I loved it too.
Yo, did you enjoy
Could
it?
not put
I
it
was
down.
upset at the end, though.
Yes,
season
I did
one?
not like
Yes.
the ending.
Well, that's because it leaves
Yeah,
on
it
a
leaves-
cliffhanger.
Okay,
Season
okay,
two.
so now we
It's
gotta watch
it's
season
you got
because
2 more seasons.
It's
yeah.
based off a
Yeah.
light novel.
And if I may, I
Wait,
suggest
what's-
that you play the Danmachi Memory Freeze game.
Anti.
I'll-
No, but like, what was the main character's name?
Belle.
Bell what?
Belkun.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Kratom.
Bell what?
Wow.
What was that that one skill that was named after the hero story?
Starts with an A.
No, it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Wait, what?
What is it?
Argonaut.
The
Marcos.
what? The one.
The ones, because remember, Belle was always inspired by that hero story of the Argonaut,
Mm-hmm.
Superhero.
and that's where his skill comes in. Where like for a few seconds he charges
Superman.
up and he's able to unleash a skill
Get
that's
it.
like
He's
10
allergic
times,
to kryptonite.
times 10 of his what
yeah,
he's
isn't
actually.
it like superhero or something like that? I don't remember that.
You want to hear like a crazy fact?
Yes.
Boku no Hero.
The way the leveling up system works is that usually when you level up, you restart your skills. So you still go back to 0, but they have like that buff of what you had before.
Yes.
So usually people's skills are like an A and no, like B's or A's even too.
That's how he would
Bells-
power up mad quick.
Now, mind you, the highest most people have is like a double S. Bell's all of his level 1 stats were triple S. So when he leveled up,
But isn't that thanks to Goddess though?
no, that's,
Wasn't that
that's
thanks to
thanks
the
to the
goddess?
skill he has.
Yeah, that was thanks to skill.
The skills that he,
Practice.
so this one of them was that he's able to level up a lot faster if
But
he's more.
she would touch his back
It
like, all the
doesn't matter.
time.
Give
She
him a
would
little
like
back
check.
rub.
That's just a status report.
Yeah, that's just a status report.
That's how
Yeah.
Goddess would know.
Put the Bengay and whatnot.
Yeah.
But because of that
The
skill,
tiger.
I see.
the skill he has, where the more emotion he puts into it, the higher he'll level up.
Wasn't it because he wanted to reach? I forgot
The girl.
swordswoman.
Basically,
Yeah.
it was a shonen.
Ice.
It's a shonen in that point.
So,
in that segment.
so you have to realize that when he leveled up to level 2, he was like mid-tier level 2. He wasn't like the
That's why he
bottom.
leveled up so quick to level
Mhm.
3 after
Yes.
the
That's
fact.
why he was able to face the Minotaur. Because his you even see it. She's
Those
scared.
were
She checks it.
crazy.
Yeah.
She's like, they're all triple S's.
That
Why
low key
is that?
reminds me of something.
Yeah,
in-
when he stood there,
Huh?
So
in,
that's
in the
that's
cave
something.
and his clothes was tattered. He's just begging us to go up to him and read
So that's
his back.
that's something to
Go
keep
ahead.
point that like every time he levels up, if he keeps up the same thing, he's gonna be around mid level of that level. So like mid level 2, mid level 3, because no one has triple S skills.
That's why the people were shocked that
Yeah.
he moved up so quickly.
and that's why he's called Little Rookie, because no one has leveled up that
That's
quickly
right.
like him.
That's right. His little
That's-
his
that's-
nickname, the nickname that he was
That's
given.
gonna be my next pet's name, Little Rookie. Little Rookie.
So like that's why a lot of people put like a lot of faith into
Rito
him,
Rookie.
because he has that skill.
Right.
it's not even beginner's luck. It's like
Right.
the little rookie that could.
All right. So moving on to
Wait.
And like
wait.
right across.
Wait, so moving on to the next part, since you really enjoyed Don Machi, are you going to watch the other 2 seasons
Of
with Eileen?
course.
Cool. And are you going to be able to watch the other 2? Because the next time we have you on, we hope that you finish up the actual
Of
catalog.
course.
All right.
I'll finish your line, April.
All right.
And then my next one, I'll continue.
I'll go to Eileen right now. So from the ones that you saw from the actual ones that we picked out, which ones did you enjoy? Which ones would you see the second season of? And are you gonna finish the actual catalog?
I mean, I'll finish the catalog. We actually started watching My Comedy Romance.
Snafu.
Oh,
But
my
we only got up to episode
I was not
2,
as like
yeah.
hooked
I
at the beginning.
understand.
It's a slow
Very
pickup.
slow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like
if you
And-
want
6,
yes,
7
yes.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
How many episodes does it take to
I
pick up?
actually fell asleep.
Me
Yeah,
personally,
yeah.
after the third one, I got hooked. Me personally.
Oh,
Oh, no,
okay.
me took the
I'm gonna
6th one.
restart it.
It's funny. It's like comedy,
think-
right?
May I interject
You know
real
what-
quick with a statement that Josue just said? He said that he got hooked on the 6th episode of
Yeah.
Snafu.
Yeah, everybody's different, bro. The
Only
only
have
reason
the
I
same
say it is because not for nothing,
Okay.
but like a Monogatari series, there's a lot of Japanese like
Oh, that's a good story.
lots of Japanese information or like insider jokes and insider knowledge that if you're not Japanese and living in Japan,
You're
it
not
kind of
gonna
it goes over your head.
It's like if you're Mexican and you don't know
Like
the jokes.
you want to know
Right,
the
right.
inside jokes.
It's like what
you're
does
just
what
like,
does chales mean? Like, well, it means this. Or
like
like
you want
Yeah.
to hear a joke about a series called Attack on Titan?
I just finished that show.
So on Attack on Titan, there's a scene where they all see the main character's house, who's Aaron.
Mhm.
So Aaron's full name is Eden Yeager.
Yeah.
If you take that and you put in the Japanese pronunciation, Yeager sounds like house. So
Oh.
Eden Yeager, that's like saying that's Aaron's house.
Oh, that's smart.
That's
it's
why
like
they
a
started
wordplay.
laughing.
Yes, Aaron's
Mm.
house.
That's why they started
That's
laughing. They're like,
funny.
huh, Eden Yeager, Eden's house.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
that's
And-
cool.
but
But you would never,
Jaeger
even
was
in
You
the
German.
dark,
wouldn't know that.
in the dub, they
unless
kind
you
of
know.
look.
yeah,
Yeah.
it goes over your head, definitely. So those are like those little things that, like in a Monogatari series or a
Or
Snafu,
Tatami Galaxy.
you'll get a lot of those moments where that's why it seems like such a slow pickup because it kind of
Mhm.
goes over your head. Like, what are they talking? Why? It's a very personal type
Yeah.
of
In the
show.
subs, sometimes they put like little, like on the side or
Asterisk.
something.
It's completely
No, what-
different
what's
from
TL?
what he.
What's
Yeah.
that frozen picture, the footnote thing that they put it in before the break and when they come back from the break?
like the mid credit.
There you go, that.
Like in One Piece.
Yeah,
Yes.
like a lot of the
They
shonen
explain-
shows have a lot of
Yes.
those.
Mhm.
Yes.
But like again, those are
Can
like
I ask why not all of these shows are on Netflix?
because
Licensing.
licensing. A lot of these bigger or anime only
Is it
type of
on
companies.
the anime thing?
Funimation, Crunchyroll,
Yeah,
Viz Media.
Crunchyroll.
Well, there are companies like
Go Anime.
Crunchyroll.
right. That's an illegal
We
site.
had.
It's a pirate site.
Right. So, companies or licensing companies like a Sentai Filmworks
I feel like
or
anime is picking up
Aniplex.
more and
It's
more.
always been picking up.
Well,
It hasn't stopped.
Recently, it's
No, I feel like more and more
Curious-
have been picking it up.
curiously, I've heard that in Japan it's dying down,
And here
but
it's picking up.
but around the world it's growing.
Just to
Why?
elaborate with Alan, 2020, just in 2000, from 2019 to 2020, 2019 was $1 billion in merchandise sale and everything to do in anime. And in 2020, guess how much it was?
I don't.
5 billion.
3 billion.
I was close.
Crazy.
That's more than double, more than 200%.
But is that domestic or international?
in everything, combining everything.
Well, that's the
Anime
thing.
con.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of the Japanese company, what I hear,
yes.
I mean, take
yes,
it with a grain of salt,
Yes.
is that
Likewise.
they like to do all their things, but for a domestic market, and then everything else is just cream on the top. So
Yeah.
basically, we as the United States or South America
Or Europe.
or Europe, everything else is basically the cherry or the cream on top. They really just
They're
care
cutting
about.
themselves at their knees because Japan is so small.
Well, that's because it's by Japanese for Japanese. That's
Yeah.
their way of thinking. Again, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not the end all be all gospel truth, but
Yes,
that's
yes.
what I hear from like people in the industry. Like, well, okay, that's the reason why the game, like a anime game, comes out first Japan, and then they have a global server because they obviously buy Japanese for Japanese.
Unless they like Dragon Ball.
Right.
Then
But again, even then, they'll have like they had that. You don't hear it a lot, and they make a big deal of it. We're gonna have a
A
simultaneous type.
JP server, yeah.
But that's why
Yeah.
you have a simuldub nowadays, because it's like people want their fix of anime or whatever the case is, or they want their manga or whatever the case is.
I want it.
So, but again, yeah,
Hey, what are your thoughts?
my man's trying to buy a new phone.
Excuse me. On what exactly?
On anime.
it's amazing.
Yeah,
What were your
it's
thoughts on Erased and
good. Well, to be honest with you,
Danmachi?
I haven't seen Erased. Danmachi, I have seen all three seasons.
Okay, your homework for
Those-
next podcast is to watch Erased.
All right, but there's so many other shows.
Name a
Yeah.
couple so everybody knows. Let the people know. Edgar.
All right, there's Gleipnir. Gleipnir's a good show.
Okay.
There's Jujutsu
Kaisen.
Kaisen.
That was good.
That's
I
a
can't go
good
to that
show.
one. I am
I
done
love
with that. That's
There's
great.
one where there's the time I got reincarnated into a slime. That
Season
one's good.
2
Season
coming
two.
up.
Black
Our-
Clover.
Black Clover, yeah.
I started that one.
Our Last
There's a lot of
Crusade.
episodes.
That was
or
Which one? Which one?
Our Last
Or the
Crusade.
Rise of a New Nation.
Oh, the
That-
Rise of
now,
Nation.
if you guys not sponsored, if you guys want to watch and catch all your shows in one place, go to animedao.com or
I have
.co.
another
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
I know,
Oh yeah, what website?
Which
do you
is
use?
what?
Funimation.
I like that one. It's I
It's
think I heard of it.
For anime.2. Like
Okay.
TO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
or
the one I
TL.
use, you know, the
Oh,
problem
okay.
with a lot of these sites is
Yeah.
the ads or the
Yeah.
ads.
The phishing
No, this one
attempts.
doesn't give
That's
you
why
that
we
many.
recommend
Yeah, this-
VPN. Like
Yeah,
Express
this
Yeah,
one,
but
this
yeah.
one, the one I use has no ads
They got
whatsoever.
titties
No
out and
ads
everything.
whatsoever, and it's free.
What's the
Yeah,
And what I
honestly,
like
on
about
the
it-
side.
Anime DAO, anime DAO
.com?
.com, or actually search it on Google and
Anime
then it'll
DAO.
give you the link. And then
Yeah.
either
An-
TO
anime
or
DAO.
Anime DAO, like D-O-U.
no,
like
DAO, no DAO,
Like the Dow Dynasty.
Taoism.
Daoism.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that, but yeah.
All right, so
There's a bunch of other shows.
Oh,
but
there
yeah,
you
I
go.
enjoy it.
name the other ones that you're gonna name real quick.
All right,
you
we need
got
a
a-
list.
Right.
Our Last Crusade, the one with the slime and the kid.
Oh,
By the Grace of the Gods.
Yes,
That
good
one
memory,
is-
brother.
That
I'm
one.
watching it right now.
I'm done with that.
I finished.
Très magnifique.
Yeah,
Dump-
it's
dump
very
this out.
Alright, we
light.
go in French.
It's very lighthearted, but it's enjoyable. It's something. It's a feel
It's
good
lighthearted. No, it's super
Now you want
lighthearted.
to
What
watch something
about,
that will mess you up for days.
The Day I
Watch
Became a God?
Anohana.
Oh,
I cried. I think I was gonna cry. I was like, I'm not gonna cry. And then I cried at the end.
I was
like,
empty.
oh
Like, I
my
felt.
gosh.
I wasn't empty. I felt.
It's gonna
Oh my god!
switch.
I
Wait,
felt
hold
sad.
on. They also recommended me another one.
Which one?
It was called the pet. What was it? The pet girl. The
Oh,
girl,
Pet Girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
hotel.
pet girl, something like
Yeah,
that.
I forgot the
the
full
name.
name. The
yeah.
full name, but it's the
It's
Pet Girl
pretty
from Sarasa or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
Household.
They told me to watch
That's
it.
a great one. I would put it in the same league as Your Lie in April. I would put it in the same league
Is
just
it
because of the
sadder?
premise. It's just the premise of it.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay, you're
that tier.
texting me all the names of
Mm.
these anime
The
things
Iron
you just talked about.
Fortress,
Eh.
the train,
Yeah,
the Iron Fortress. That
Not
one was
the,
good.
Not the Giggity kind of train.
The Giggity's kind of. I don't know.
I still
Aku-
vote Black Clover.
One that I just finished watching too is
Amazing.
Akudama Drive. That one's good too.
Akame got killed.
Okay, guys, that one that make me
good.
cry. I want
Akame
to
ga
cry.
Kill.
There's
That
plenty
one
of
makes you
those.
cry.
Oh, what about
No,
Golden
Kuma
Times?
Bear.
I still haven't watched
Nah,
that.
Is
I
it on
watched that one.
Netflix?
That was great.
I
Which
liked
one?
it. I liked it. But
Did you watch it?
I finished it.
Gundam
You liked it?
Iron
I
Blooded
finished it.
Orphans.
I finished
That
it.
one's good too.
Oh, the magical.
Oh, The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Rising of
yes,
Still
of
There.
course. How can we
think
forget
I've
that
heard
one?
I haven't gotten past the first episode.
Oh,
It's looking like I'm not leaving my house.
so
Yeah, I mean,
the irregular at Magic School.
Not like-
this is
Oh, yeah.
season
Three.
2 or
I have
3.
this is the arc.
Two,
Yep.
two.
Yeah.
3. No, this is
No, it's
season
two.
3. Season 3, isn't it?
No, it's season 2.
No,
I
because it
believe.
came out a movie.
A movie.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Keep.
Pukula.
Oh, what about another movie? Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Oh,
I
that
did
was
watch.
good.
We have.
I haven't watched the movie,
I've
though.
yet to
I
watch.
need to watch
I finished
that.
the manga.
I haven't.
Oh.
The one, like, you've ascended.
Now, if
How to
you
Raise a Boring Girlfriend. Have you seen
No.
No.
rent a girlfriend,
that
Oh.
one?
I was supposed to watch that
Josue
one.
has mixed feelings about that
I
because he
enjoyed
said
it
it was
fun.
a kick in the pants. I guess. you
Another
can
one
call
that
it.
I feel like Josue has mixed feelings is The God of High School.
No, he loves that.
Yeah, I love the God of High
I
School.
was me then, sorry.
Yeah,
I was projecting.
yeah, I do.
Oh.
I do feel kind of mixed about that one because it was like I
Manga
don't
was
know.
better.
It was weird.
Manga.
Well, yeah, it's manhwa. It's not a
The
Japanese.
Tower of God. That
I
one's
call it the
dope,
Tower
too.
of Sin, personally.
The tower. Yeah, well,
I was
yeah.
telling Marco that for the mangas and all the
Yeah.
Tower of God, I don't really like that much because like after a while it gets like
You like,
repetitive.
yeah.
yeah, you like more
mundane.
the God of High School. You
Yeah,
said.
because like to be honest, that kicked up a lot better, and they went through a whole lot more information in the manga than they did in the show.
Okay.
Oh.
So again, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend is probably one of those that I would say watch, and I hope you would like it. But it's basically a nerd.
What's
That-
the name of this one that he goes through time? Jumping. Oh,
The girl that leapt through-
Steins Gate.
Oh, Steins Gate?
Oh, Steins.
Oh, what about Bunny Girl Senpai?
I finished that one. I loved it.
It's good.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. The abridged.
Did you
is
watch the
also-
movie?
The
No,
bridge.
I was
watched
gonna
the
watch
movie.
it.
The
I saw
movie
the
was really
abridged. The abridged is also good.
I want to eat your pancreas.
Oh,
that one just got me
that's-
mad.
that's-
I was like,
What?
I don't know.
So,
What's that one where the kid
Carnivore,
is gonna it basically helps his senpai to be a magician, quote unquote magician,
Oh, like
Magi?
magician, yeah,
assistant or something.
yeah.
Oh.
That was weird though.
I thought that was kind of like lighthearted.
Uzaki-chan.
No, once
That
the-
one-
Uzaki-chan wants to
That-
hang out.
Yeah, that one's funny.
Really?
That one's
Like,
funny.
He was done. There's
I-
he's like,
yeah, see,
he's like, put that ass away.
Oh, hey now.
Wait,
I mean,
Hey,
we gotta watch that.
Oh, come on, guys. We Disney over here. Gotta keep it a little less, cheeks.
Disney.
We Disney out here.
Oh, you said-
Obviously, Attack on Titan. Another one that was good is Talentless Nana.
Who
Sounds
told me?
interesting.
Isn't he? Who told me that?
Talentless
Oh, I didn't
Nana.
know.
I am gonna
one's
watch that one.
That one is nice.
Well, I think
These are all the shows I just watched this past winter.
This
Quiz-
past quarantine.
Quintessential quintuplets.
Right.
The quintessential
You were mentioning that
quintuple.
one.
Keep that
Yeah.
quintuplet stuff away from me.
Really? You don't
You don't
like?
like it?
No. I'm just
Oh.
in general.
Well, you don't
Yeah.
want quintuplets?
You have a bad
Uh-uh.
experience with quintuplets.
No.
She is a quintuplet. Oh,
I also finished watching
No. I'm a parent.
Hanakokan. Toilet Bound
Both my parents are
Hanako-kun.
twins.
Oh,
I've heard that
I've
one.
never
You
heard of that one.
Really?
No.
Wait,
It's
what? Say it one more
good.
time.
It's
Say it one more
funny.
time.
Toilet bound.
Toilet Bound Hanako-kun.
That sounds familiar.
My Hero, Boku no Hero, My Hero
yeah.
Academia. That one's
Waiting
dope.
for the
Fire Force?
fifth season?
Have you
Yeah.
guys seen
Force.
Hunter?
Yes,
Okay.
loved it.
It
How
was
about,
good.
How about Yu Yu Hakusho?
That's going back to the
I don't think so.
90s.
I'm doing a classic.
How
real
about
quick.
Haikyuu?
No, he's a
Yes.
he's a true
Haikyuu.
I
classic.
tried
Okay.
getting Monste into it.
Peter Grill.
Oh, Peter Grill.
Oh, man,
I
that's-
just watched Sword Art Online.
Yes.
Any of
That's one you don't wanna
Have you
watch.
guys
Yeah, I watched all of
Okay.
them.
Yeah, the Peter Grill
If
is
If
the
you
one you don't want to see.
want to watch like a lighthearted, like a really
Evil.
really lighthearted
Right.
one,
Fire Force.
We also
Um,
wanna watch
Fire Force.
Yeah.
Love is like a cocktail. That
Really?
one is pretty
Heard of that.
interesting.
That sounds like a
What's
drink.
the name of the one you put me on? The food where he like the person goes
Darling
to different
in the Franks.
dimensions through the door.
Oh.
Interdimensional.
I think I've seen that.
Restaurant
Yeah.
dimension, something like that. Restaurant something. I forgot.
Restaurant something or other, right? Yeah,
Hold
no,
up.
it was great. I thought that was a great premise.
That one
Fairy
was
Tail.
Restaurant to Another World.
Yeah,
There's One
Restaurant to
Punch
Another World was
Man.
great.
The
Oh,
2
yeah.
seasons.
Just like the girl with the million names.
Or-
I need all these names.
But what about I'm Standing on a Million Lives?
I haven't watched that.
one
Was it
is-
good?
That one's dope. You still haven't? Yeah, you have. You started at least
I
watching
started,
it. No?
yeah, but I haven't finished it. What was the other one? Where it's like, I'm in this world. I'm God or something like that.
I have no idea.
I
bro.
told you not to make my something overpowered.
Oh, my defense, the defense one.
the
No.
defense guy. Yeah, that's what I
Not
thought.
Bufaro. Not Bufaro.
Bufaro. Oh, Bufarino.
Yeah, I was scared. I was scared.
What
so
anime was that?
I was scared, and I didn't. I made my defense levels.
Misfits of a
Kamita.
Demon King.
Hecho un coyotito.
Oh, I like the
Arifueta.
Coyotito.
Arifueta. was a good
Arifueta.
That was really good.
I bought
I thought he was
Arifueta.
still playing.
No, no lie. No, but I bought the
Arifueta.
Arifueta. I bought the digital download Arifueta on
Arifueta.
Microsoft Store. I think I told you guys about it, and it was
There's Gate. There's Gate.
Oh yeah, Gate's pretty good.
Yeah.
Gate is
Kiddo.
Oh, you're on episode
Plunder
9
is a
of
good one.
Grace of the Gods.
Decadence is a good one.
Let's not forget about Konosuba, of course.
Oh, I
Konosuba.
finished it.
Of course.
Nisekoi is nice too.
Nisekoi is good. What's the one?
The
the world.
God only world.
No,
the
what,
world
no,
God only
the
knows.
one that the world where the concept of dirty jokes is legal.
Oh, that's a boring world something.
yeah. I thought it was
I
like.
literally just
so
saw
I
it.
can't play H.
Shimoneta.
Shimoneta, yeah.
Shimoneta.
Or what about the candy one?
Candy Striper.
No, the
Dara Agara or something
no
like that.
Dagashi.
Oh yeah,
Dagashi
Dagashi,
Kashi.
yeah.
Dagashi Kashi.
We'll leave it linked down in the
Okay,
show
okay.
notes.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to. We can just wrap up because it is quite late and it's basically Sunday morning. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
dude.
Holy.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Sun shines awake, so the world's
Hi.
awake.
Hi, good morning.
So
Good morning.
we'll leave all
Good
the
morning.
links and the handles
Yep.
of everybody here
Yeah, mine
down
is-
in the show notes.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, please feel free to tweet at us, send an email, definitely get at us in any way, shape, or form. And
Merch
if
is
you-
available on the store.
Absolutely, merch is available now at the store. And also, if you guys want to show some love at the coffee, what's it called? Kohi.
Coffee. Coffee links.
app or links, we would appreciate
and
you.
PayPal.
And PayPal, apparently. So
Venmo.
we'll have all that right.
And
And
Venmo we don't have.
we'll have
PayPal.
all those linked down in the bottom. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to ask. And for LTS, Life Tech and Sundry, we are signing off. This is Alan.
This is Aggie.
This is Mr. J.
This is Marcos.
This is Monty.
This is Eileen.
And we're out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Send this
And
pizza.
Misa.
And Misa, of course. Don't forget about
And me in the
Bye.
background.
And cut.
Hi there. Thank you for tuning into the LTS podcast. All the notes and more can be found in the description. By the way, we have a social media page where content is posted regularly. Feel free to reach out at us through there or via email. Both are found in the description. When you support the show, we have a merch store where you can buy an item that you like. If buying merch is not your thing and you just want to support the show directly, we also have links to those too, if you'd like. Thank you. Also, every comment is really appreciated. Credits in the description as well. Peace.